Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why then I care not for thee?
If I had thee in lips very painful, I would make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me, thus I know thee not?
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, filthy, worsted stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking, whoreson, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, one shrunk inheriting slave, one that wouldst be abode in way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one whom I will bear into clamorous whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on me, on one that is neither known of thee nor knows of thee?
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou, to deny thou knowest me. Is it 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw you, rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a sop of the moonshine of you. You whoreson, cullionly, barbermonger, draw.
Away, I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw you, rascal. You come with the letters against the king, and take vanity the puppet's part against the royalty of her father. Draw you, rogue, or also carbonado your shanks. Draw you, rascal, come your way.
Help, ho, murder, help!
Strike, you slave. Stand, rogue. Stand, you neat slave. Strike.
Help, ho, murder, murder! How now? What's the matter, Part?
With you, good man boy, if you please come. I'll flesh you. Come on, young master. Weapons, arms. What's the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies, that strikes again. What's the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king?
What is your difference? Speak.
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel, you have so bestirred your valor, you cowardly rascal. Nature disclaims in thee, a tailor made thee.
Thou art a strange fellow. A tailor make a man?
A tailor, sir, a stone cutter or a painter could not have made him so ill, though they had been but 2 hours of the trade.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I spared as suit of his grey beard?
Thou whoreson Zed, thou unnecessary letter. My lord, if you will give me leave, I will shred this unbolted villain into mortar and daub the wall of jakes with him. Spare my grey beard, you ragtail.
Peace, sirrah, you beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a knave as this should wear a sword, who wears no honesty, such smiling rogues as thee, like rats oft bite the holy cords of 20, which are too intrinsic to unloose. Smooth every passion that in the natures of their lords rebel. Bring oil to fire, snow to the colder moons. Renege, affirm and return the Halcyon beaks with every gale and vary of their masters, knowing not, like dogs, but following a plague upon your epileptic visage. Smile you my speeches as I were a fool. Goose, if I had you upon Sarum plain, I'd drive you cackling home to Camelot.
What art thou mad, old fellow?
How fell you out say that? No contraries hold more antipathy than I am such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his, no hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow, who having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrain the grab quite from his nature. He cannot flatter he, an honest mind and plain. He must speak truth, and they will also take it so. If not, he's plain. These kind of knaves I know, which in this plainness harbor more craft and more corrupter ends than 20 silly duckling observants, that stretch their duties nicely.
Sir, in good faith and sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspect, whose influence like the wealth of radiant fire on flickering Phoebus's front.
What meanest by this?
To go out of my dialect, which you discommend so much, I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent was a plain knave, which for my part I will not be, though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to it.
What is the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king his master very late, when he compact and flattered his displeasure, tripped me behind, being down insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man, that worthied him got praises of the king. For him attempting, who was self-subdued, and in the fleshman of this dread exploit, drew me here again.
None of these rogues and cowards but Ajax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks, you stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart, we'll teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect show to bold malice against the grace and person of my matter, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks, as I have life and honor. There shall he sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord? And all night, too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the same color our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stocks.
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king his master will check him for it. Your purposed low correction is such as baseless and contempt wretches for pilferings and most common trespasses are punished with. The king must take it ill that he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it, much more worse, to have her gentleman abused, assaulted, for following her affairs, put in his legs. Come, my good lord, away, exuing all but Gloucester.
I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows, will not be rubbed nor stops own treat for thee. Pray do not, sir, I have watched and travelled hard. Some time I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. Give you good morrow. Good king, that must approve the common saw, thou out of heaven's benediction comest, to the warm sun. Approach thou beacon to this underglow, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. Nothing almost sees miracles but misery. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. All weary and overwatched, take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night, smile once more, turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guard in most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whiles I may escape, I will preserve myself, and am bethought to take the basest and the most poorest shape that ever perjury of the concept of man brought near my beast, my face all grimed with filth, blanket my loins, elfit my hairs in knots, and with presented nakedness out of face, the winds and the persecutions of the sky, the country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam, beggars, who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified arms, pins and wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary, and with this horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcotes and mills. Sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity, poor to God, poor Tom. That's something yet, Edgar. I am nothing am.
Humorous, cruel gardeners, horses are tied by the heads, dogs and bears by the neck, monkeys by the loins, and men by the legs. When a man's over lusty at legs, then he wears wooden nether socks.
What he that hath so much thy place mistook to thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes,
No, I say.
I say yea.
No, no, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Juniper, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not dose. They could not, would not. This 'tis worse than murder. To do upon respect such violent outrage, to resolve me with modest haste, which way thou mightst deserve, or they might impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness's letters to them, ere I was risen from the place that showed my duty kneeling, came here a reeking post, stood in this haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril his mistress, salutations, delivered letters despite of intermissions, which presently they read. On those contents they summoned up their many, strict took horse, commanded me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks and meetings here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me, drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers. Winter's not gone yet. If the wild geese fly that way, fathers that wear rags do make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune, that arrogant whore, never turns the key to the poor, but for all this thou shalt have as many dollars for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Oh, how this mother swells up towards my heart. Hysterical passo, down thou coming sour, thou elements below. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not, stay here.
Made you no more offense? But what do you speak of?
None. How chance the king comes with so small a number? And thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question, thou'dst well deserved it. Why, fool? We'll set thee to school to an end, to teach thee there's no laboring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men, and there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but names follow it, since a fool gives it. That, sir, which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The nation's fool that runs away, the fool no name per die. That's it. Where learned you this, fool? Not the stocks, fool.
Deny to speak with me. They are sick, they are weary. They have traveled all the night here fetches the images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion. Fiery? What quality? Why Gloucester? Gloucester. I'd like to speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Inform them? Dost thou understand me, man?
I meant would.
The king would like to speak with Cornwall, the dear father. Would with his daughter speak commands 10 servants. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood, fiery, the fiery duke, tell me the hot duke that, no, but not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office. Whereas our health is bound, we are not ourselves. When nature is being oppressed, demands in the mind to suffer with the body, I'd forbear. And I am fallen out with the more headier will to take the dispo and the sickly fit for the sound man. Death on my state. Wherefore should he sit here? This act persuades me. That is the remotion of the Duke and her is practice only. Give me my new servant forth. Go tell the Duke and wives I'd like to speak with them. Now presently, bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'd beat the drum, till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Oh me, my heart, my rising heart, but down.
Cry to it, nuncle, as the cockery did to the eels. When she put them in the paste live, she kidnapped them Oh, the coxcombs with the stick, and cried down wontons down 'twas her brother, then in pure kindness to his horse buttered his hay.
Good morrow to you both. Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason. I have to think so. If you thou shouldest not be glad, I would divorce thee from thy mother's tomb. Schleppering and adulteress, oh, you are free. Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's not. O Regan, she hath tight, sharp tooth and kindness, like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee, thou not believe, with how deprived of quality, O Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I hope you less know how to value her desert.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation if, sir, perchance she had restrained the riots of her followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curse is on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state. Better than you yourself, therefore I pray you that to our sister you do make return, say you have wronged her.
Ask her for forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that shall vouch, save me arrangement, bed and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abased me of half my train. Looked back upon me, struck me with her tongue, most serpent-like among her very part. All the sword vengeances of heavens fall on her ungrateful top, strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness. Fire, sir, fire. You nimble lightning, start your blinding flames into her scornful eyes, infect your beauty. You fine stuffed dogs, drawn by her powerful sun to fall and blister.
Oh, the blast gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on?
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender heft in nature shall not give thee ode to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better note the offices of nature, bond of child, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude, thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgot, wherein I thee endow.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks? What trumpeth that?
I know if my sister's disapproves her letter, that she would soon be here. Is your lady come?
This is a slave whose easy-bowered pride dwells in the stickly grace of her he follows, our varlet from my sight. What means your grace? Who stalked my servant? Regan, I have good hope thou didn't know on. Who comes here? O heavens, if you do not love old men, if your sweet away, allow obedience, if yourself are old, make it your cause. Send down and take my part. Art's not ashamed to look upon the spirit. O Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All not offense that indiscretion finds, indulgence terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man I these stocks? I sent them here, sir, but his own orders deserved much less advancement. You? Did you?
I pray you, Father, being weak, seems so, if till the expiration of your month, you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train. Come then to me, dismissing half your train. Come then to me. I am now from home, and out of that provision, which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her, and filthy men dismiss? No, rather, I abjure all roofs, and choose to wage against the amenity of the air, to be a command with the wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch, return with her. Why, the hot-blooded France, the dowerless took our youngest born. I could as well be brought to me his throne, and spoil like a pension bed, to keep